What you're looking at right now are simple still images that have got motion in it. Now these images are called cinemagraphs. I'm going to show you how you can use a simple application for Android and iOS to create such motion. This is the Photo Freaks channel and welcome to yet another video tutorial for cinemagraphs. So let's get started. So the first things first, you go to Google Play Store and open this app. It's called Zoetropic. It's a free app and has in-app purchases. You install the application and this is the one that we're going to use to add motion in your photos like it says. So let's get started. Okay, now that we're in the application, this is the interface of the application, the Zoetropic application. It always shows the last edited image. It has a few features, not a complex one here we're talking about. So the new memory is basically the new image that you want to edit. So when you click on it, it will ask you where to select the picture from. Then there is My Memories. This is basically all the edited images that are saved within the application. This is how it looks. So let's try to open an image now. I'll go to my gallery. I'll select one of the images that I've already edited and you might have seen if you're following me on Instagram. So let's scroll down and select the one like that one with the clouds. Okay, I'm gonna select this one. Okay, so I've selected this image because it has clouds on it and we're going to add motion to the clouds so that it looks like as a time lapse. So there are a few options. The first one is motion, sequence, stabilization points, then select option, masking, erasing. I'm going to talk about every one of them. So the sequence is the first that we're going to start with. But let's start with the mask because I want to show that masking any of it, what I'm doing right now in the image, any point, any subject within the photo that I don't want to move, that I don't want to be in motion, we have to mask that out. So by selecting this mask tool and adjusting the level of the tool, we are simply pasting over the image the part of the image that we don't want to be in motion. So I don't want the foreground, the trees, the mountain in the motion, so I'm just masking it out. Now I'll click on sequence and you make sure that it has a smaller arrow so that the stabilization is perfect, the motion looks very real. Once I select it, I will try to create a motion like this in whatever manner you want your subject, you want your motion in the picture. You have to draw in that manner, the motion, you have to draw the motion in that manner. Now let's click on this button and see, this is how it's gonna look like. You can adjust the speed of the motion, how fast or slow it's gonna look like depending upon whatever you want out of that image. Now if you look at that particular point, there is this tree that is fading away. Now this is where the stabilization points come into picture. I select one and I draw a stabilization line with the points. Now when I click on play, you can see that the tree is very still now. Right, so I'm just adjusting the speed a little bit here and I think it looks good. Now let's move to the select tool. I'm gonna tell you how you can use the select tool to remove any of the motion or stabilization points if you don't like, or if they don't go as the way you wanted them to be. So you only select over those points and you click on that delete button that pops up. That's the only use of it. Now I'm again going to draw that sequence so that I can show you what I'm going to make this image as. Yes, and adjusting the speed a little bit. Now when I click on play, this is how it's gonna look like. I'm gonna do a few more adjustments so that it looks as real as it can. I'm just gonna add a little bit of motion and yes, so the motion tool you can use so that you can add motion in a minute manner in the image. Now it looks kind of good. This button helps you to save and export the video. When you click on the details, it will show you all the stabilization points and how they are actually masking out the subject that you don't want to be in the motion. Now simply click on that button, click on save, and we're good to go here. This is how you can save that image and add motion into it.